Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, Amit.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. So I have around 17 years of experience, and that too in MSBI, SSIS, SSRS, SSIS, Power BI, Azure, EDF, Databricks, Azure Architect. I'm working as a consultant and as an architect. Okay, so I will be going to take your session for MSBI. Okay, so anybody knows what exactly the MSBI is? Any thought process, whatever you have till now, that you have decided that okay, I have to learn MSBI. So you will have done some analysis or some tutorials to see what exactly it is.
Yeah. So, the MSBI is a Microsoft server business intelligence, right? So that this is used to prepare the different dashboards using, but this is also like suppose it is divided into the three parts like SSS, SSIS, SSRS, and SSAS, right?
Okay,
And this is help to means perform the ETL operation, and using this ETL operation, with ETL operation we can build the different BI dashboards.
fine
So
enough.
this is what, yeah.
Okay. So basically, MSBI is Microsoft Business Intelligence tool. Okay. Uh, why it is business intelligence? Because in the, if you see the traditional processes where we have a scattered data, whatever the data has been stored, it is into the normalization form. Okay, and it doesn't ensure your ROI, that is return on investment. Okay, you can't interpret the raw data. Okay, you can't share the data to the end user. Okay, so basically what happened, there are multiple systems. Okay, now from multiple, now in a single organization, say a company is there, where, say, take example of Infosys, it has various department like HR, operations, technology, and other departments. So they store the data for these departments, but how to cater all these data at a single place? Okay, it's a big risk. Okay, so that's why a picture, Microsoft introduced a business intelligence tool, where in one umbrella you will do your ETL, you will analyze your data, you will do the reporting. Okay, so it provides basically a better management, higher ROI, data discovery. You can discover your data, you can do whatever you want to do, like machine learning, and take your decision on your data. You can visualize your data, you can do your reporting. Now, till till here, are you able to understand why this MSBI has been introduced, right? Any questions so that I can move forward? If there are, just ask me. Be free to ask the things, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, fine enough. So now what happened under the umbrella of MSBI? There are three components: SSIS, SSAS, and SSRS. Okay, what is SSIS? SSIS is a SQL Server Integration Tool. SSAS is Analysis Services. SSRS is a Reporting Services. Okay, so what is SSIS? Okay, SSIS is basically an ETL tool. Okay, which ETL means you can extract. It's a SSIS is an ETL tool. You can ex- extract, transform, and load. Why we need this ETL now? Because consider, say, example, I'll give you. I have a different databases. Okay, now as a management, I want to see my daily reporting, how my business is moving daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Okay, so for that purpose I need to generate a report. right? But what you can see, I have different databases like SQL where I'm storing different data of different, say, departments in different various locations or different databases. Like somewhere I'm storing in SQL, Oracle, DB2. It's not necessary that sources can be different. Sources can be same, but they are at different locations, right? So what now as a management, what I have to do, consider this is an this is one consider you have a organization and it is there in a different parts of the country or in the location, different locations. So for getting the data, they have to connect with this location and they pull the data into Excel and do whatever manipulation they want to do on that particular thing. Now for second this databases which is at a different location, or you can say different department, again they have to pull the data, push it into a Excel and combine both of the Excels to generate data for these report from these two databases, right? So for this purpose, it takes a lot of time to generate, manipulate, and transform or and generate the report, right? So it's a, Microsoft provide a tool which is called as SSIS, which do automation, automatically extract your data. It will transform your data. It will load your data at a centralized place. And what is that centralized place? It is your data warehouse. Anybody knows till now? Are you clear what I am trying to say? Any question?
Yeah, understand.
Okay.
No question.
So what is data warehouse? Can anybody explain what exactly the data warehouse is? What do you understand with the data warehouse?
Data warehouse means it is a kind of tool where we can segregate our data. We can manage our data.
Okay. No. Data warehouse. Say take an example.
Mhm.
Uh, there are two peoples. One is in Pune. One is in Mumbai. Okay. Both have ordered. Okay, so say let's don't take Mumbai, just take example of Pune. And in Pune, at different location, these two peoples are there, right? So they both have ordered an item from Amazon, okay, and that item is coming from Jammu, okay. Now what happened? It will be shipped from Jammu. It will come to Pune, okay. In Pune, there will be a warehouse, a place where all
Yeah.
items from different location has been put. Fine enough. So
Yes.
all the items at a centralized location now in Pune. Fine enough. From there, that data, or you can say that item, will be dispatched to the user one and to the user two, which are the different location, different parts of inside the Pune. Fine enough.
Yes.
Similar way, in terms of data, okay, we have a data warehouse where we are loading data, we are pulling the data from different sources, pushing into a centralized location which is called as enterprise data warehouse, okay. Fine enough. So this is called as your data warehouse, and from there you will push the data for reporting or whatever analysis purpose, right? So
Mhm.
remember what I was saying before. Your management is sitting at one place, but he wants to see the data from different locations in one report. How can you achieve that? First of all, you have to bring the data at one centralized place, okay, in a
Mhm.
particular format, and from there you will do the reporting, right?
Yes.
So this is called as data warehouse, and data warehouse is not a tool. it's a SQL server, which is a warehouse which is created into a SQL server, or you can say Oracle, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you nowadays it's you can create it in Snaps. If you talk about the Azure, okay, but we are
Mhm.
not to talk about these Azure or online platforms. We will be talking about only the on-prem, not on the cloud, right?
Okay. Yes.
So this is your warehouse. Now, how you are going to pull the data from the warehouse? Till warehouse, you have to pull the data, and warehouse, just consider you have created some tables where you are pushing the data into from the different location into a particular tables. Okay,
Yeah.
and this particular data warehouse is basically is in the form of star schema or snowflake schema. Okay, once we go ahead in the coming respective sessions, I'll explain you what is star schema and what is snowflake schema and why we create these kind of schema for the enterprise data warehouse.
Mhm.
Final.
Yes.
Now, till now we understand we need data at the centralized place for our reporting, right? But
Yes.
how you are going to pull the data from different sources into your centralized place? Now we have created, just understand this, we have created our different sources. Then this is my DW. Okay, this is
Mhm.
S1, S2, S3. Okay, now we have to push the data into data warehouse, right? And the
Yes.
data warehouse, as I told, it's a combination of tables and columns, and it's in the form of star schema or a snowflake schema, and it consists of dimensions and the facts also. Okay, what is dimension? Anybody can answer what is dimension? Any idea about what is dimension and what are facts?
Okay. The facts is the actual table. Okay. Means
Mhm.
the as it is table. There is no any means it is a combination of both like numeric and the text values. But when we are talking about the dimension table has only text. Means mostly the text columns are there, and it is a manipulated table, and it is used for it is a combination of it has a multiple keys like primary keys or
Okay, I'll explain you. Dimension is say like city. Okay,
yes, yes,
information about your attribute is the dimension. Okay,
okay, mm,
anything which can be measurable. Okay,
mhm,
like amount, what are the different number of orders you have done from this particular city. All those informations will be resides in the fact. Okay,
okay, yes,
fact consists of measurable data, and the dimension consists of attributes which give you the information about that particular thing, like city, its location, or you can say employees. Okay, and what is the salary of the employees, how many appraisal they get. All those information will be there in the fact table. Okay, so
okay,
that you
yes,
can measure it, right?
mhm,
So all those things which can be measured, all the you can say all the transactional data, right?
mhm,
For
mhm.
example, uh, what's your name? I forgot completely.
Ganesh,
Ganesh.
yeah,
So consider, Ganesh, you have an account number. Okay.
yes,
So
yes,
your first name, your last name, your city, your location, all these information or are called as dimensions. Okay,
mhm,
your account
yes,
number, which bank, which IFSC code, all these are your dimensions. So for Ganesh, you are
mhm,
a customer, so you have two dimensions, right? One is your
Yes.
personal information, one is your account information, right?
Right. Right.
Now Ganesh took his this credit card or a debit card, went into the ATM. There are
Mhm.
1,000 rupees in his ATM. Okay,
Yes.
Just he did a transaction of 500 rupees, right?
Yes.
So let me explain you in this way.
Mhm.
Today's date is say 14th. Okay,
Mhm.
14th your amount was 1,000. Okay,
Yes.
on 15th Ganesh went, he he took out 500 rupees. Now remaining amount will be 500.
Fine.
Okay,
Yes.
on
Yes.
16th he took out 400. Okay, and remaining
Mhm.
balance is 100. So what
Yeah.
are these are the transactional values, and these values are called as your measurable values. So
Right.
if I say how much amount till today Ganesh has withdrawn, that is
Mhm.
900, right?
Right. Right.
This is the measurable information. So that's why
Mhm.
these are the factual information. And
Okay.
your say for example, your dimension, I say put it like this. Give me a second. Your customer information for bank, when the bank
Mhm.
stores in its data warehouse, it has customer information, it has account information, it has transactional information. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, so these will be interconnected. Why this? And this is called as star schema. Got it?
Yes. Yes.
This is called as star schema. Okay, say
Yes.
I'll just put one more table so that it will give a feel of you, because I have taken only two tables, so that's why.
Mhm.
But it will be something like that. Okay, so
Yes.
all the dimensions are connected to the one fact table. Now,
Mhm.
you understand why we created this data warehouse? What are facts and what are dimensions? Okay,
Mhm.
why this kind of a structure? Now consider, on the account basis I want to see some transactional data. I can select the account, I can select that on the all the no, before that I'll just tell you customer information. Okay, customer is C1 is my primary key. Okay, C is my
Mhm.
primary key, which will
Yes.
be connected as foreign key in this transaction table.
Yeah.
Fine. Account
Yes.
account primary key say A1, which will be connected with this as A1 as foreign key. Say this is some XYZ table, say A1 and sorry X1. So here X1. So all these are interlinked, right?
Mhm.
Now,
Yes.
why it is helping me? Why I have created this? Everything we understand. Yes, we need a centralized position. We need to have a star schema or a snowflake schema. There should be a fact or dimension table, right? But how it can help me? It can help you in this perspective. Say, as a business person, as a CIO, I want to see some customer information, okay,
Mhm.
and its transactions. Okay, so what I'll
Right.
do, I take customer ID, okay, customer,
Yes.
and all transaction associated with that, and I'll create my report, right? Similarly,
Yes.
I with respect to account, I want to drill down, so I'll take the account, I'll take the transaction information from the for those accounts. So what
Mhm.
exactly it means, that you can slice or dice your data from each corner of your business. Ultimately, this is your business,
Mhm.
right? This
Yes.
CIO, it's his business. Say I have created a small 3 to 4 table. Say consider this is a bank domain. For the
Mhm.
bank, this is their business. So I can slice from each and every corner of my data
Mhm.
till the granular level. So that's why it helps me in the reporting and take the business decisions. You all
Okay.
clear the purpose, why, how we are creating data warehouse? Okay,
Yes.
fine enough. Now coming back to our ETL. Now we have all sources. We have defined our data warehouse, but how we are going to push data into the warehouse, right? Either create
Yes.
a different warehouses, okay, and directly connect one to one. But again, it is not solving our purpose, which is our end reporting, right? So Microsoft had introduced a ETL tool which is called as SSIS, which performs extract, transform, and load. So what
Mhm.
I'm doing, sorry.
No.
Okay.
Continue, please.
So I'm pulling the data from S1 source and putting into a data warehouse. Okay. Similarly, I am pulling the data from S2 and putting into the data warehouse. Similarly, I am doing pulling the data from S3 and pushing into the data. Right. Now you will ask, this is called as extract, right? I did extract because I am extracting from the source, right? I have to pull the data from the source. Now, what is transformation? Say, for example, consider this in source S1, I have name column. Okay. In source, I'm just giving you a very simple example. Once we start the proper classes, you will get the what different kinds of transformation which we do inside the ETL package, that is SSIS. Okay. In source S2, I have two columns, first name and the last name. Okay. And in this, say last name and the first name, say or say last name and name. Okay. Now, but in my DW, I have created a table with name, with a column, say full name, right? And then now I'm pulling the data from this, right? Now here only one column is there, so I will not have any issue in pulling the data and dumping into this column of this table, right? Directly put say name is Amit, okay, Amit Sharma. It will directly push into this full name Amit Sharma, right? I don't have any problem, but the problem will arose in source S2 and S3, right? So in source S2, I have a two columns now, and but in my destination, this is my source and this is my destination. In my destination, I have only one column. So what I'll do, I'll say example, first name Amit and then Sharma. What I'll do, I concat these columns. I concatenate, that is Amit plus Sharma, okay, and push it into this full name column, say Amit Sharma. Fine. Similarly, now I have concatenated here as first name, then last name, say I have concatenated it, okay. So, but in this S3, what I'll do, concat last name and first name, right? And it will be pushed as Amit Sharma. So this is called as this is basically a transformation. Whatever there is in the source, you are transforming that value according to your business need, right? This is called as transformation. Till now, are you good? Any questions in this?
No question.
Okay. Now I have transformed my data. Now what I have to do? I have to load in this particular table, right? So
Right.
I did a transformation and I'm loading into this particular table.
Yeah.
Fine. This is my
Yes.
source data.
Yeah.
This is my source data. This is my transformation.
Mhm.
Say this is a transformation. Source I have extract. I have transform. I have loaded. So this is called as ETL. Nowadays, there are normally and traditionally we do ETL. Nowadays, some or in some of the projects or some of the organization, or you can say you can take the example of cloud services. We are doing E E L T. That is extract. We are extracting, we are loading, and then according to your business needs, I am transforming. Once we
Okay.
start classes, actual classes, I'll let you know what exactly this ELT and what's the difference between ETL and ELT. Why ELT, where ELT we have to use, and where we have to use ETL. Fine enough?
Yes.
So we have transformed our data and pushed it into enterprise SQL server. Now, what we have to do, we have pull our data into warehouse apps. Our data warehouse is ready, but what, now what we have to do? We have to do a reporting, right? So
Yes.
maybe you now in picture SSRS will come. Okay, what is SSRS? It's a SQL Server's reporting services. Okay, it is used to create your reports on the data which you are going to connect with this SSRS report. So in this particular diagram, you can see a reporting tool. Reporting tool can be SSRS, Tableau, Power BI, ClickView, etc. But SSRS is basically a reporting tool. But if you see, look at the Power BI and the Tableau, mostly they are called as analytical or and reporting tool, right?
Hmm.
So we for any report we are going to use for any generation of the report we are going to use SSRS. Okay, so
Okay.
SSRS will directly connect with the this enterprise SQL server, that is enterprise data warehouse, and do the reporting. Now,
Okay.
the third component will be SSAS. What is SSAS? Basically, it's analysis services where you create measures, calculated values according to the business need. Like, say, example, I need an average of these average of orders for this particular city. I can pre-calculate those things and pass that into the SSRS for my reporting. So,
Okay.
what's the difference between these two? In the first SSRS, the below one which you are seeing, in this we are directly connecting with the raw data. Okay, with the
Mhm.
data we have transformed, okay, into the data warehouse, and we are doing the reporting. Now we have to calculate the average. So what we will do? We'll put a calculation in the SSRS report and create a measure in the SSRS and supply the value to the report, right? But
Mhm.
in this, in the above one where we are using analysis services, we are analyzing our data, we are creating pre-calculated values, and which is going to be passed into our reporting tool. Now,
Mhm.
once we come to the actual class, I'll let you know which one is better and which scenario we have to use the SSAS for reporting, analysis service reporting, and where we can directly connect the data warehouse for directly reporting. In
Mhm.
SSAS, there are two components. One is multidimensional and one is, give me a second. So in this SSAS, we create cubes, okay? And it has two components. What is multi-dimensional and one is tabular
Okay.
model. These two models we create. Okay, mostly uh, people creates multi-dimensional, but now Microsoft has created had given us this tabular model, which is more powerful, more memory consumption, and very fast. This is which is tabular model. And if you are Ganesh, you are familiar with Power BI. Power BI work on the similar fashion on the tabular
Yes.
model.
Yeah.
So this is SSAS, and SSAS we have cubes where we pull the data from data warehouse. We create measure dimension measures, calculated values. Okay, against those dimensions. Okay, and from there we can create data marts. What are data marts? Data marts are basically, so now you know that in data warehouse we have all the data. Say consider again, I'm taking the example of Infosys, which has the data of HR, operations, technology, etc. Now we have pulled all that data at the centralized place. Now which is there in the centralized place, and I have created a cubes in the tabular in the SSAS. Now HR says that my HR department data will not be seen to the IT people or the operations or the this technical team. Okay,
Mhm.
so we create a march on the basis of cubes on the top of the cube, so that, and we expose those cubes, sorry, those marks to particular users. Okay, so that
Mhm.
they can see only their data, not other data. So the
Mhm.
marks are used for you can say security purpose. Okay, so it will be beneficial for each and everyone, so that your data should not be exposed to other people's, right? Once we
Yes.
start, this SSAS is one of the typical part in this MSBI umbrella. Okay,
Mhm.
it is one of the toughest or typical part, I can say, in comparison to SSIS and SSRS, and SSRS is much more easier in comparison to SSIS. Okay,
Okay.
so this is all about MSBI. Now you can ask me, I can show you the curriculum also. SSIS. Okay, I have also given I used to give the corporate training in the Capgemini and the Cognizant. Okay, where okay, so these are the introduction to SSIS. What are data flow tasks, transformations, control flows, debugging, logging and event calculation, restart abilities, deployment, executions. Okay, end-to-end pipelines. Similarly, SSRS, if you look at this, creating paginated reports, introduction reporting, SSRS, reporting service data sources, how to connect with the data sources, creating paginated reports, working with reporting service data, how to visualize your data. So all these parts will be going to be covered, each and every part. Whatever I have gained the knowledge from my career, I'll try to pass on to you. And
Mhm.
it's not like I'm just going verbally each and everything. I'll showcase each and everything, and I also tell you why which component is more usable. You have to focus on which all transformation, which all things, what are the best practice, because everybody can learn anything, but
Mhm.
experience teach you how you best use that particular tool. What are the best practice, your you can say error handlings and all those things. Okay,
Right.
fine enough. Now tell me, I'm open to all your questions. You can shoot your questions. I'm happy to answer all those questions. Yes.
So yeah, so I have a question about the infrastructure. Like means how we will get the this different tools. Like these tools are means available for means like free versions are available.
Yes, these tools are free. Free developer versions are available at Microsoft.
Okay.
Microsoft side, you can download it and you can install all those things.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And miss, actually, I want to ask you about the miss the industry. Miss, so how much is the scope for MSBI right now in today's market?
Today's market, you go by the trend. The cloud is taking everywhere, but big organization has this MSBI. In fact, you are working in the L&T, you can see there are a lot of projects which are there with MSBI technology, SSIS, SSRS, SSAS, right? On
Yeah.
premises is not going anywhere, not
Mhm.
going anywhere, because huge data is there, and moving that data to the cloud and taking the new technology, it will take a lot of time. And if you learn this, then the cloud technologies will be very easy for you.
Okay. And so for learning this, do I need to means do I need to understand the SQL concept because
Yes,
it's
yes.
okay. SQL will be required. Yeah.
SQL is mandatory, and I tell you, you are getting into the data analysis. Okay, as a data analyst, whether it is you are working as ADF or this SSIS or whatever, right?
Yeah.
The
Yes.
SQL should be must. If you are going to learn Python, your SQL will help you. If you have a good command on SQL, every language like Python, PySpark, whatever. Or if you
Okay.
look at this Power BI also, you worked on the Power BI. Power BI is based on the SQL concepts itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Any other questions? So, any other questions? If nothing, then we can wind up.
Yes, Amit. Yeah. Thank you,
Fine.
Amit.
Thank you. Have a good day, guys. Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you all.